Alright, so this is kind of a little bit more complicated of a video, breaking into a little bit of anatomy, kind of explaining to you guys how to isolate your hamstrings just a little bit better, depending on if you're doing like seated hamstring curls or even lying hamstring curls or deadlift. So just to explain to you guys the muscles that make up your hamstrings, you have your semimembranosus, semitendinosus, and then your bicep femoris. What those jobs are for your hamstring is to make your knee, which is your tibiofemoral joint, is to make it flex. So you have flexion or extension of your knee. Your knee can do one of two things. It's a hinge joint, so it's either going to go and extend or it's either going to flex. So you should also know, like, the muscle's sole purpose is to move a joint. Your knee is a synovial hinge joint, meaning the bone can only move along one axis. Like in this case, it can either do flexion or an extension. Unlike kind of like your hip bone or your hip joint, or your also known as your acetabular-femoral joint, which has multiple planes of motion that it can move throughout. So your tibiofemoral joint is kind of a complex thing, because not only is your hamstring helping with knee flexion, but your calves also assist in it. So your calves will actually originate above the knee, and your hamstrings will actually insert below the knee. So both of them are kind of pulling together to help you out. So if your calves already preoccupied by putting it into, let me break this down. You have like a plantar flexion, which is when you push your toes away from your body, or your dorsiflexion when you're pulling your toes towards your body. When you're in a dorsiflex state, your calves are assisting you in flexion. So if you put your foot pointing your toes out, your calves are already preoccupied pointing out. So now your calves using it to plantar flex your leg, plantar flex your calf, which will make your hamstring have more tension. So if you're pointing your toes simply on just doing a lying leg curl or a seated leg curl, it'll actually put more tension into your hamstrings to kind of isolate the movement, to make it less of a compound but more of an isolation movement. Another cool exercise that I really enjoy doing to help me out with my hamstrings, it's actually my favorite like isolation movement out of any movement, is sometimes I do my lying leg curls by lying down and using a dumbbell. By using a dumbbell, it forces my calves to hold the dumbbell in place, putting them in plantar flexion state, and then it isolates the weight right into my hamstrings, keep my glutes contracted, so it's a one-way pull in my hamstrings, so my hamstrings can pull from either end. It's a little interesting muscle, so it can pull on either end to either erect my body up or to curl my leg in. So by putting my toes plantar flexed, my toes plantar flex, it helps me isolate it into my hamstring more to target my area. Alright guys, till next time. Alright guys, till next time. Till next time. Guys, till next time. Next time. Alright guys, till next time. Alright guys, till next time.